Hello, Golden State Warriors fans. I'm Steven, and you're on Dubs Fan News. The season has been full of ups and downs, and while our recent win against the Wizards was a relief, we're still facing serious challenges. Curry is calling for changes, emphasizing that the focus remains the same, to win another title. He has shown willingness to help the team's management with trades to strengthen the roster. Furthermore, rumors of a potential trade are surfacing, with the Warriors exploring options to bolster the team, including a trade with the Brooklyn Nets. This could bring a shooting specialist and a promising center to help with the rotation. What do you think, Warriors fan? What changes does the team need to make to get back into title contention? Leave your comment, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Your subscription strengthens our community. Let's go, Warriors, towards the playoffs. The Golden State Warriors season has been anything but predictable. Fans, who are used to seeing their team make the playoffs every year, now find themselves in a delicate position, looking for potential changes to reinvigorate the team. Even with the recent addition of Dennis Schroeder, who came to help with consistency, it's clear that the Warriors still need more to reach their full potential. The goal is clear: to give Stephen Curry the support needed to contend for another title. Stephen Curry, always candid, openly discussed the current state of the team and what he expects from the Warriors management in the coming days as the trade deadline approaches. In an interview, Curry stated that he is willing to collaborate with general manager Mike Dunleavy Jr. on possible acquisitions. "We're trying to be a real threat in a playoff series," said Curry, determined as someone who knows what it takes to win. "If Mike calls and says, 'Hey, this is an opportunity to do X, Y, Z, I'll give my opinion.'" What stands out is Curry's honesty when he says that, regardless of any changes, his goal remains the same: to win. "My hope is that if nothing happens at the deadline, it's not for lack of effort. I want to win, and anything that helps with that should be our priority," the Warriors star added. This commitment to winning is a true lesson in dedication, and perhaps it's exactly what we need to see from everyone involved, from management to the roster. Despite a recent 122-114 victory over the Washington Wizards, the Golden State team has shown a major lack of consistency this season. Looking at the heavy losses, like the 51-point blowout to the Memphis Grizzlies and the close 104-101 loss to the Toronto Raptors, it's impossible to ignore the team's fragility, especially in the closing moments of games, such as when they failed to score a single point in the last 3 minutes against the Raptors. Life has not been easy for our Warriors, and this season has certainly been a big challenge. As fans, we're used to seeing the team compete at the highest level, fighting for titles and giving us so much joy. However, this season, something doesn't seem to be working as expected. The arrival of Dennis Schroeder was a clear attempt to add consistency to the team, but it's evident that more is needed for the Warriors to become the unstoppable team we all know. Stephen Curry, always so transparent, has given his opinion and shown remarkable dedication. We've known for a long time how much he cares about the team, and his comments about the trade deadline show how committed he is to the bigger goal, victory. He made it clear that, regardless of any changes, the focus remains singular: to win another title. This is something that really stands out and makes us reflect on what the team is missing. Curry's honesty in wanting the best for the team is something we should all admire. Sometimes, as fans, we become anxious and demanding for immediate results, but it's good to remember that he's doing everything he can to improve the team, and that means a lot. Wins, like the recent one over the Washington Wizards, are important, but the heavy losses also serve as a warning. Losing by 51 points to the Memphis Grizzlies, or failing in the final moments against the Toronto Raptors, shows that there's still much to correct. For the Warriors, these failures need to be learned from and overcome, and for that, the team needs more consistency and adjustments. Personally, I believe that the team's management needs to act with precision, not only through trades but with a clear idea of strengthening the areas where the team is most fragile, like perimeter play, and improving defense. It doesn't help to have a team full of stars if they can't hold it together in crucial moments, like tight games and game endings. These ups and downs clearly show that something needs to change for the Warriors to contend for the title again. So, Warriors fan, what do you think? What changes would you like to see in the team so they can get back to competing with the best in the NBA? Comment below and share your thoughts. Will the necessary changes come in time to secure a spot in the playoffs? The Golden State Warriors season is taking a decisive turn, with the playoffs on the horizon and the need to strengthen the team to go as far as possible. One of the most talked about names in recent weeks is Jonathan Kuminga, the young player who, despite showing great potential, may be heading to the Brooklyn Nets in a trade that could benefit both teams. Kuminga, who was a lottery pick in the draft, has shown flashes of his ability this season, especially before suffering an ankle injury on January 4th. Prior to the injury, he was averaging 16.8 points and 5.0 rebounds per game, with a 45.9% shooting percentage. His qualities as an athletic forward, high-level defender, and someone capable of scoring in transition made him an intriguing player for the Warriors. However, the injury may have influenced the team's decision to put him on the market. The Brooklyn Nets, in turn, are quite interested in the young player. According to Eddie Bitar from Fadeaway World, the New York team is looking to build a solid foundation, and Kuminga could be the missing piece to improve their agility and versatility. Kuminga's defensive and offensive abilities, especially in transition, make him a valuable player for the future of the Nets franchise, which is undergoing a rebuilding process. What would the Warriors gain in this trade? The plan would be to acquire Cameron Johnson, a shooting specialist, and the promising center Day'Ron Sharpe. Johnson, who is shooting 40.3% from 3 this season, would fit perfectly into the Warriors' need to improve their perimeter game. Adding Johnson could transform the team's rotation, providing more offensive options and spacing on the floor. Additionally, Sharp could contribute in the paint, adding more depth to the interior rotation. The potential trade would involve Jonathan Kuminga, Gary Payton II, Kevin Looney, Gue Santos, and a 2027 first-round pick, top 3 protected, being sent to the Nets in exchange for Johnson and Sharp. For the Warriors, the priority is clear. Find a long-range threat like Johnson to complement the already established stars and add more versatility to the team. With the pressure to make the playoffs and give their best, the team needs to make strategic adjustments, and one of the most recent discussions involves Jonathan Kuminga. The young talent, who has shown great moments, could be a crucial piece in a trade with the Brooklyn Nets. But would this trade be the best path for the Warriors? Kuminga has always been seen as a future star, an athletic forward with defensive and offensive skills that could be essential for the Warriors' success in the coming years. However, the ankle injury he suffered in January interrupted what had been a promising start to the season. Before the injury, he was posting excellent numbers, 16.8 points per game and 5 rebounds, and clearly showing that he could be a star in the future. This makes his potential departure even harder to digest, as the team could be letting go of a valuable talent with immense potential. On the other hand, the Brooklyn Nets are seeing Kuminga as an opportunity to strengthen their team in a rebuilding process. The player, with his versatility and ability to run the floor, could be exactly what the Nets need to take a step forward in their restructuring. The big question for the Warriors is what they gain in return. Cameron Johnson, with his three-point shooting ability, and Daron Sharp, a promising center, are pieces that could make a difference on a team that already has stars like Curry and Thompson. Adding Johnson, in particular, could help address one of the team's biggest struggles: consistency in perimeter play. Still, I wonder, is trading a young player with so much potential the best strategy for the Warriors, considering their main goal is to compete for the title again? Certainly, a star like Curry wants more support, and with players like Johnson, the team could improve their offense. But would that compensate for the loss of Kuminga, who could be a cornerstone for the team for many years? Perhaps the team needs more time to develop his potential, without giving up on such a promising talent. The timing of this potential trade coincides with the Warriors' desire to prepare for a solid playoff run while strengthening the future of the franchise. For the Nets, the trade also seems like a strategic move, aiming for long-term growth. But in the end, will this deal actually happen? And for you, Warriors fan, does this trade make sense? Could Jonathan Kuminga be the missing piece for the Nets rebuild? Or should the Warriors keep the young talent in their rotation? Comment below and share your opinion.